Hi everyone. So this week, another week's gone by. So here we are again. We are with another PKM Weekly, 24th of August. So updates from our favourite apps. Capacities, they've got a new release, 1.41, if I remember right. Basically what this release brings is AI autofill for tags and properties. Very useful if you want to set auto tags from your selection of tags, so it doesn't go off and find some tags or some random tags. It basically uses tags that you've got within your capacity space to set tags that it thinks are appropriate to whatever it is that you're setting a tag to. And the same goes for properties, which is very useful. More things are available offline. So as Capacities grows their offline capabilities, they've now added backlinks, tag pages, and calendars. So that's very useful. Block-based is now free, so it used to be only as part of Capacities Pro or the Believer plan. Other improvements, bug fixes, and updates all around. And if you want a quick video to see how the autofill features and auto tagging works, definitely do check this out by Beth and the Capacities team, because it basically explains it perfectly well, how you can activate it and get it to work. There was another article posted by the devs on how they're developing the app using cross-platform technologies and web technologies. So just something to keep in mind, something to read up on. So very insightful with a lot of useful comments from the team. And then a bit of a shameless plug. I've been playing around with Capacities of late, and what I did was I created a reading list or a book library with templates, page properties, and queries. So if you want to create something like this and run a few queries off it, please do check out the video that I created, which is available here or on YouTube. And if you do prefer a written walkthrough, there is a link here to a Medium article. And if not, if you go on to PKM Weekly, you can find the post there. And also, if you're interested on an on this day query, I created a quick video, it's only a couple of minutes long, of how you can create an on this day, which basically means that all your daily notes for, let's say, the 24th of August, in the previous years or future years that you've created, appear in a list so that you can review what you were doing 1 year ago or more. Logseq, an interesting video by Martin Brockhaus. So basically it's how he uses Logseq and AI to talk with your notes. Definitely worthwhile watching just to see how he does it using GPT. So it's definitely something to see. Post on long form notes versus atomic notes in Logseq. So a user had about 700 blocks, and basically it was a nightmare. So long pages or long notes in Logseq basically don't work for the time being. It is a bit difficult to load. You've got lazy load, then if something loads, it sometimes moves the page around. You then need to scroll back down. If you want to scroll back up, it takes time. There's a bit of a lag. With the database version, this should improve. But having said all that, I think Logseq wasn't built for the purpose of having a huge page. I mean, you could argue is 700 blocks really huge or not, but that's something for another day. It was more built for atomic notes, so short and sweet notes that then you link together with different notes rather than having one big old note. So that's just something to read into. Useful insights and useful comments from the posts. So do check that out if you are struggling with that as well. And then one of the OPs asked in the Discord, when will Logseq database version be ready for testing? And basically Ramses, the community manager, said we're doing testing with a large group of users, which is the case. I see a lot of comments, a lot of posts about certain issues, certain advantages, potential features. So there is a lot going on behind the scenes. It's just that when it will be ready for testing for the public, it could be a few more months yet. And I have seen some quotes being early next year. So still a little while to wait yet. Tana, the team, Grim, Targay, and Olav, as well as Matt and Brage, took part in an Ask Me Anything. About an hour long. It's available on YouTube. You've got the full recording link here. And they are looking for feedback from the AMA. So if you've got anything that you would like to know more of, or have any feedback for the team, please do submit it, because they are planning to do more. And basically my takeaways were mobile app, it's hoped for September, early October, so late September, early October. That's their aim, and they do say it's an aim that they are trying their best and will try their best to achieve, but they can't promise anything at this stage. And in fact, in the video, you do see an introduction to the mobile app, and I have to say it does look very impressive. And there was a comment that iOS and Android should be around the same time, and in fact, they've even hired an Android engineer to just make sure that the app can be released in good time. Integration API, that'll be shortly after the app. There's going to be more communication from the team. Ask me anything, videos, blogs. So that's why they're looking for feedback, so how they can improve in the future. There is some offline mode on their priority list. How much and when, not yet sure, but at least it is something that they acknowledge that people do want. And due to the mobile app being a little bit delayed, I think they'd hoped to release it during the summer. That's been pushed back a few months. They've also pushed back the opening of opening the doors of Tana until really the mobile app can be ready. And that's just based on the feedback from the community that basically said, we need a mobile app. Tana updates communication and the release notes, they're back up and running. So you can find them here. Basically the main ones, general speed improvements. Every note, they've basically changed the new file system field. And also they've brought back unlinked references into Tana, which was a big request from the community of why did you remove it in the first place. So I'm glad to see that that's back. And again, just shows the power of the community that if there is something that you want or something that was there and has been removed or something that's missing, definitely do make your voice heard because the team are listening. And then Mark, great video, 46 minutes long, divided into various different chapters on basically how to get set up with Tana and how to use it. Please do check this video out. Obsidian, folders and folders. Basically, Nick Milo goes through his ACE framework, Atlas, Calendar, and Efforts, of how he sets up his Obsidian vault with a few key folders and how you can do the same using his approach. Definitely worthwhile looking into that because it just gives you a different take on how you can possibly structure your notes, and you don't have to take everything away, you can take parts of it away. So it's definitely something to look into. Article on how this user or how Alice uses Obsidian to answer their big questions. And it does make reference to Obsidian, but you can use it with basically any app. And it just goes into how on the work side, notes are absolutely perfect. It's structured. They know what they're looking for. They know how to retrieve it. But on the personal side, it's a bit messy. So they need to basically reorganize how they structure their notes to make everything as smooth as possible. And this article basically describes how they go through that and how you can also achieve it. And then lastly, Zolt takes us on an Excalidraw writing machine, basically generating articles from the visual zettelkasten cards in Obsidian. It's a great journey, great video. So basically how he uses Excalidraw to create a visual layout of an article and basically create that into an article that can be published online. So if you're looking for content creation ideas, tips, how to do it, definitely do check this video out. Other apps, there was another Ask Me Anything by the Heptabase community. Alan, the founder of Heptabase, did an AMA on the Discord. This one was a written one rather than a video one. Lots of questions, and probably too long to list here, but I did post a few of the main ones that Alan answered, so definitely check it out if you're a Heptabase user or you're thinking about Heptabase, because there's a lot of juicy insights in there. Remnote, on the Thursday 29th of August, so in about 5 days' time, they've got an a fireside chat, basically continuing the discussions with the community. And check out the link. It's going to be on Discord, so check out the link for your time zone of when it's going to be. AppFlowy, they've released 0.6.72, so that just continues from various different releases that they've done in the past few weeks, just fixing things and updating things. And Anytype, they've recently posted a quick video of their 0.42 desktop, basically slightly redesigned sidebar and new layout for a smoother experience, as well as some bug fixes. So it's useful to see. Lastly, a couple of productivity thoughts. Obsidian versus Logseq versus something else. So it's quite a recurring theme. Which app should I use? Why should I use this app versus that app? Which app is better? Which app do you use? OP posts a similar question. Should I use Obsidian or Logseq or something else? Lots and lots of discussion in this Reddit post. A lot of it is very useful, so if you take a look into that. But what I would say is find an app, stick to it. Stick to it for 6 months or so, get to know it, use it for what it's there for, and obviously check out what's going on with the other apps just to keep an update if you're interested, which is why PKM Weekly is here. But stick to one app for your day-to-day work, day-to-day notes, day-to-day capturing. That will be how you develop, how you learn the app, and then how you can actually use it for what it's there for, rather than procrastinating of, oh, should I use that app or this app? What my opinions will be of why I use one app will be different to what you need. So just make your own road and find one app and stick to it as much as possible. And then there was a video on the top 3 apps for ADHD. Check that video out by Dimitri. So that was it for this week. So thank you very much for watching and see you next week. Bye.